evening to everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Compliments of the season. Tonight, we're having our special guest in our midst, and he has come fully prepared. It's by name Mr. Gani Fatimi. He's a renowned author and entrepreneur. He has been preparing. Good evening, everyone. He has been preparing for us. We're glad to have you here, sir. He's an author, like I mentioned to you, and I will not take much of our time. By the time we delve into this event, I'm sure you're really going to know more about him and appreciate and understand more things. So welcome, sir, to this event. And without taking much of our time, I'll say it's over to you, Mr. Fatimi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bola, and welcome everyone. Tonight, we are going to talk on a burning topic, which is prevention is better than cure. And Bola requested me to cover a little bit on the stress area. So this is what I had been doing since morning, a lot of things. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm by profession an aerospace engineer, and I got into the health and wellness in 2003. That's almost 17 and a half years. I got my food science and nutrition kind of an education, and then I got on business from 2 universities in the United States. I've trained over 100,000 people globally in 45 countries. So that's a quick profile of myself. As far as the question and answer is concerned, I would love to have your questions right at the end. If Bola and Naomi, if you can have the questions ready for me, so it'll be very nice. You can take the questions out. In between my webinar, I'm going to ask you a question. It will not be interactive for sure, but this will be a question. I'll give you about a few seconds to answer to yourself. And that will be something, you know exactly where you stand as far as that question is concerned. I'll start with my own story, my health story. As you know, I've been training pilots. I've been with the aviation industry for almost 28 years, but I had a health issue. Back in 92, doctors diagnosed with a problem with my stomach, and they said there is no cure to whatever I was having. And I was in severe pain, and I had to go through that pain for almost 10 years. I was taking medicine, I was doing everything. And then, my mind opened up to this natural cure, natural healing, natural products. And that's what kind of changed my mindset from medicine to natural healing and natural products. And it was in 2003, I got into this health and wellness industry because of my own health reason. So let's go into the definition of health. And this is in 1948. Just look at 1948. And this is WHO talking about what is health. It is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. A lot of people think that, sickness is related to, if you're not sick, then you are healthy. But the paradigm that you're looking at is the mental, social, and physical. And I have added one more thing, which is very, very important. Coming to now, physical health, of course, everybody knows is very, very important. Mental health is another area where people have problem, but they don't know, or even the doctors who treat them with the physical ailment are kind of trying out the problem which is there. So this is a lot of people who are suffering from mental health, psychological health, and that's why we have got psychologists and psychiatrists. And social health is, of course, this year there is a big challenge as far as the social health is concerned. A lot of people, have gone into anxiety and depression because of that thing. And what I have added is the financial health. I mean, to what WHO in 1948 had given the definition. Financial health is equally important because if a person can be healthy and they are not financially well, then it's like a vicious circle. If you look at this health and wealth or money, they are interlinked, and happiness is when you have both sufficient money so that you are not dependent upon your purely job. Like right now, millions of people have lost their job and they have gone into kind of sickness. So happiness is both the things. And this is what the topic is. Prevention is worth a pound of cure. This is Benjamin Franklin talking about it. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And as I said that there are some questions that I'm going to ask. The first question is to all, if you are, of course, 50 years, but even if you're 30 or you're 20, you go back when you were young, what was the health scenario? How many people were, really sick? So compared to 50 years to now, or 30 years even, and now, the question is, are we having more diseases now in 2020, or was it in 1990 or in 1970? So that is a question. I'm sure most of the answer is now we have more diseases and new kinds of diseases. So the good news is there are diseases, of course, but lot is what in your hand. And what is in your hand? If you look at the figure that is there, more than 90% of your health is in your hand. 10% is not in your hand. And that is where the doctors, or you need to take care of your health. So now I've got a beautiful video, which I got from United States. And this is something that you please watch. And this is, a journey of a child from mother's womb to 75. Please enjoy this video. Bola, can you hear the sound?
No.
Now?
Okay. Yes. I think it's breaking. So,
even if there's no sound, the picture.
It's okay now.
So that 75 years is now being calculated per week and days. So 25,000 days we have.
The volume. We cannot hear the sound, sir.
It's the problem of the Zoom. Just watch the video. Just watch the video. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir.
So as you see, what we are doing with our life, I mean, all this is in our hand. So these are the common diseases that people are having nowadays, and quite rampant. So if we reverse it, now going back right from the birth, so our entire life is a journey, and how we
get our children to eat healthy. It starts from there.
All right. So you saw most of it that we have, our health is in our hand. But then the topic is prevention. And I've again asked a question, why prevention? Why do we need prevention? So this is again, there are a lot of research which has been done. And here, if you look at 95% of the chronic disease is caused by what we are eating, the toxic food and the deficiency that we are having and the lack of exercise. I'm going to break it down in a different thing. So you have to understand what is sickness and why people fall sick. So there are two main reasons. And one is toxin, and the other one is little technical, is imbalance. And I'm going to explain you how our body is flooded with toxin and why our body is getting imbalanced. So if you look at this picture, this is what is triggering the toxin that is in our environment, right? In our house, in our farm, in the air. All that is making us sick. 50 years back, there were not so much of the fertilizer and there were not so much of the air pollution and all which we are seeing right now. So toxin, there is internal, the body creates toxin. That is to say the liver, the kidney, the skin, the lungs. That you don't have any control. What you have control is what you are getting from outside. And external toxins are 5. The air, the food, the drinks, the stress, and the medicine that we are taking. So I'm going to take one by one. Air, what the quality of air was 40, 50 years back, now it's completely gone. I live in a beautiful city called Vancouver, and my neighbor, he's 80 plus, and I asked, him that, how was Vancouver, 50 or 60 years back? It was very, very clean. And still it's a beautiful city. But you can well imagine the other big cities like New York, like Delhi, like London, like Tokyo. And even wherever you are living, the air pollution that we have, it is affecting our lungs. And today, whatever the pandemic is all around the world, it is where the lungs is getting affected. Food. And the food is all in our hand. And this we have transformed from our natural and to somewhat organic food to this junk food, snack food, fast food, TV dinners. All that is part of our life. So we are responsible for what we are putting in our mouth. And all this, they are having a lot of chemicals. So look at how the chicken, the previous years, it used to be out in the open, in the grass and taking the worms. That's how, the chicken was being reared. And now this is the farming, they can't even move. So you can well imagine the yesteryear chicken and today's chicken, and they are getting feeds which are full of chemicals. Same is with a cow. The cow has to give more milk and more meat, and what they do is they put hormones inside to make it big, and then the heart and the lungs get big. Then they put antibiotics inside to make the heart and the lungs, normal, so that it survives and get more milk. But at the cost of what? The chemicals which are going inside. So there are a lot of problems which happens is because of the dairy product which has got that much of chemicals. Because I was having that stomach problem, I had stopped taking dairy product because it was aggravating my problem. Drinks. I'm not talking about the hard drink. I'm just talking about these drinks which have become so common now. Even the children, I mean, they can't live without the soda. So whatever drink you are having, the only thing which is beneficial to you is water. So whatever your drink that you're looking at on the picture right now, let's take one carbonated drink. The color is, say, brown. So it has got that coloring agent, and it has got so much of sugar, from 8 to 12 teaspoon of sugar, which is in those pops. And then it has got some chemicals which makes people addicted to it. I mean, those who are drinking soda, they can't live without it. And I've seen, can you imagine, I've seen teenagers, not with the pop, with the big bottle, that 1 liter bottle that they are having in the entire day. So if that kid gets sick, it's the parent who's responsible. Medicines. I remember my good old days that when I used to go to the doctor, if there was any problem, of course, then 1 or 2 medicines we used to get. Now is a bag full of medicine, because that's an industry where people are making money. So instead of getting 1 or 2, you get about maybe 8 or 10 medicines. So you are flooding the body with medicine. So there are top 4 reasons of death. There's a heart attack, and then the stroke and cancer and all. One of the top 5 is because of the wrong drugs. Imagine. There's a book written, Death by Prescription. And it's available in Amazon, all that. And of course, stress today, especially this year, is very, very high. Even to 2019 and earlier, stress is much higher than what it was 30, 40, 50 years back. Again, those who had been going to school in good old days, we never had stress, and still we was getting good grades, we are learning. And now if you look at a small kid, that poor kid is going with a backpack full of books. And I don't remember my mom or dad, doing any teaching, leave alone the tuition. Now the child comes back from school and straight away after that, after his lunch, he has to rush for tuition, or there's an online tuition, or there is the tutor coming, or the kid is going. So imagine, I'm talking about the kid. What about the adults? There's so much of stress. So these are the 5. I'm going to recap now. There are 5 reasons of toxin going inside our body: the air, food, whatever we are drinking, medicine, and stress. Now I come to a little technical, which is called imbalance. Anything which is out of balance is going to not function in normal ways. What is body imbalance? It's a state where any organ is under stress, and prolonged it manifests in the form of malfunction or sickness. I'll give you examples now. There are 4 types of imbalance. First and foremost is nutritional imbalance. We have 2 types of nutrients. One is macro, which you are looking on the left side. We need carbohydrates, we need proteins, and we need essential fat. All that is giving us the energy. On the right side, you are looking at vitamins and minerals. So if you're looking at A to Z vitamins and minerals A to Z. So just one vitamin is deficient, the child or the person will have some sickness. And I'll give you one example right in the end, because that example is very dear to me, and that is with the vision or the night blindness. So once again, what we are doing is we are not taking care of the food which has to be, nutrition wise, it should be to the level what the body needs. And no doubt it's parts per million or parts per billion. We are more into the carb. And that is the reason why you see a lot of people who are overweight or obese. You need energy, but not that much as we are taking the food intake. Then comes the hormonal imbalance. There are the various organs in our body, which controls our body function to be healthy. I'll just take one example, and that is insulin, which is created from pancreas, the organ, is a hormone. Now that, if it is more or if it is less, then it is called type 1 and then type 2. So imagine that the organ is either cannot produce the hormone, which is insulin. If it produces, but it is resistant, that's type 2, which is more all over. So that is called hormonal. And you must have heard of people who are having thyroid problems, and there is a thyroid which is also or hormone. So if you look at a teenager, that's a typical phase of youngsters, not all, but you see that is because of the hormonal imbalance, the acne which comes in the face. It goes away, of course, but there is some problem inside. Then comes the immune system. Now, everyone knows about the immune system right now. We are talking about the normal immune system, which is Th1 and 2. And then we have got autoimmune. This is a little technical, but the thing that you need to understand is there are a lot of autoimmune diseases. And that is because of the Th2 is more than Th1. And if it is Th1 is more than Th2, then it creates cancer. But let's forget about the Th and A. But there is an immune system which gets imbalanced. Then there are a lot of diseases which are connected to that immune system imbalance. Fourth is, again, lot is in our heart. The fourth is 100% in our hand, and which is called acid alkaline imbalance. The neutral is 7.3, which is the pH. So anything acidic, if you look on the left side, is sickness. Anything on the right side is called good health. And let's forget about the number. Look at the food which is on the left side. The water, which is right in the middle, the pH, and if it starts getting lower and lower and lower, so more acidity is in our body. So what we need to do is have alkaline food, which is on the right side. And there should be in our body more alkaline deposits, and acid withdrawal should be there. But how do you take it out, those acids? As I said, my problem with the stomach was with this acidity, high acidity. This doctor started his research in 1923 on cancer, the causes of cancer. And he got in 1931 Nobel Prize. And what was his, imagine, that is back in 1931. And cancer grows in oxygen, whereas there is oxygen is less, deprived acidic tissues. When we talk about the tissues, we are talking about a lot of cells comprised to make the tissues. So the body is acidic and is deprived of oxygen. That is the breeding ground for cancer. A healthy body also have about 3,000 cancerous cells, but they are dormant. But the moment you give that the source to trigger that cancer. And that is the reason why you see today, there's not only one type of cancer, there are many, many types of cancers. But that is the root cause which Dr. Otto Warburg had, discovered, and then he got the Nobel Prize. Now, this is a beautiful picture, health and wellness, that you're looking at on the right side and on the left side. So in order to be aware of good health, this is what I'm doing right now to you all. I'm giving you an awareness, an education, and you need to, learn more about how you can be healthy in a natural way. If you look on the left side, the person has got signs and then symptoms, and then disability is there, and of course, then the person has to go to the doctor, and there is illness. So my question to you right now is, where are you? If you stand in the middle, which is right there, are you on the right side? How much closer to the real wellness you are, or how much closer to the illness are you? If wherever you are, which direction that you are moving towards? So there is awareness, and the important word is prevention. And you need to be proactive. So the interesting thing, there was a beautiful book which I read 15, 16 years back. And there was talking about wellness, and there was talking about sickness. So the figure was roughly about, there are people who are really healthy and well, that's about 25%. And the people who are sick is about 25%. So what about the 50%? 50% of the people, it was interesting facts and figures, was they were in pre-sickness. They are taking a tablet a day, or they are, going for some sort of massage because they are continuously getting some pain. There is something happening in the body. That's why the body is crying. If you are in pain, there has to be something inside which is giving you that pain. So imagine, most of us, whether we are popping one pill or we are popping 2 or 3 pills, and we are still not going to the doctor, that's a pre-sickness stage. So what is the natural solution to good health? Now, this is something I've been doing it since I was told that this disease that you have cannot be cured with modern medicine. So I came into exercise. Of course, everybody should be doing it. So this is in your hand, 100%. If you can go to the gym and play some games, nothing like it. But just walking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. If you're living in an apartment, going up and down by stairs, not taking the elevators, what you drink. What you drink is very, very important. And of course, what you eat. Almost 60 to 70% is what you are eating. There's a beautiful book written by Dr. Gillian Muckett. You are what you eat. That is the title of the book. You are what you eat. And in this journey of my wellness, I discovered one more thing. It's not what I eat, it's what I digest. You can eat healthy food. I mean, there are a lot of vegetables which did not suit me, like cabbage and cauliflower and radish, and all that was not suiting me at all. So you can see this is extremely important, that whatever you are eating, you need to make sure they are natural, they are healthy, and if you can afford to get organic, nothing like it. Sleep, we are compromising in our sleep, especially now. With the toy that we have, the last thing that we do, we keep on watching whatever WhatsApp messages and whatever email, or watching YouTube past midnight. And we get up in the morning, and that is the first thing that we are looking at. Bola, there is somebody who has just written an arrow. Can you just remove that arrow? Or knowing me, if you can do it, that should not be there. Stay away from addiction. So that is the addiction that we are having, whether it is smoking, whether it is drinking, whether it is even the drugs that people are taking in terms of medicine. Now, this is the new addiction that we have, that I just mentioned to you. We are compromising on our sleep because we are into that mobile or in front of the laptop. In the laptop, you know, you're not there so much until unless your job is like that. But everyone, even the kids are having the mobile in their hand. And they have to pay the price for that. So 3 essential elements for your healthy body is, of course, food is very important, pure and clean water is there, and sufficient oxygen. So what is the need of the hour? We need to balance our life. So as far as healthy living is concerned, that is in your hand. Healthy diet is concerned, that is in your hand. And tonight I'm going to talk about food supplements. I don't know how many people know about this great man, Dr. Andrew Weil. He's a medical doctor from Harvard, and he came in the Times cover, you can well imagine. He says that why people should take food supplements. This is Dr. Andrew Weil talking about it, because there is a gap in our diet. The proper nutrition is not there. It gives the antioxidant which the body needs and provides the natural therapeutic agents. So these are all natural things which is a must now. So which supplements to take? So there are hundreds and maybe thousands of supplements. I have selected based on my own research and study of almost, I would say, 28 years. I was diagnosed in 1992. So I'm talking about 28 years I have been reading books, going to the doctors, naturopaths and all that. And I saw the benefits of these natural supplements amongst my friends and relatives and all. So personal testimony, I already gave you that. So I'm going to just talk about these preventive food and food, superfood and food supplement. There are 5 of them. Starting with spirulina. This is the blue-green algae. It is the world's healthiest superfood, declared by WHO in 1974 as a superfood. And this is recognized by United Nations and WHO. And this is the food of the astronauts. You can well imagine, this is the food for the astronauts. And you're taking it. That's my grandchildren that you are looking at. I have started giving them when they were just 1 year. And everybody has got their tongue out because the spirulina is green. And I told them, okay, and I can give them 2 or I can give them even 10. 10 is just about 2.5 grams. So they love to have the spirulina and they prefer than candy. So that's how we have trained our grandchildren. Spirulina website, this is from United Nations, imsam.org. And I'm fortunate to be with my company, which has signed contract for helping 1 million children to come out of the malnutrition. And that's our project for 2021. And a lot of people are, contributing money as well as the spirulina into it. Now I come to the second supplement called Morinda cetrifolia. Can you see the shape of this fruit? This is a fruit. And this is mostly found in the Pacific region, like Tahiti, Hawaii, and all these places, and around the belt, which is touching Asia. And it is also commonly known as noni. So what is the benefit of that? It has got 200 active ingredients, and it works in the cellular level. And this was one fruit juice I started taking before I was introduced to my company. And why? Because it works wonderfully well as far as your GIT is concerned or digestion is concerned. The third supplement is called cordyceps. This is a mushroom. it improves the circulation. There are a lot of problems that people are having because of the poor blood circulation. It strengthens the heart muscles. It is a lungs tonic as well as is a kidney tonic. And of course, there are a lot of people who have a problem with their sexual potency and sexual drive, and it helps those people also. So this is the third one, and the fourth one is the lion's mane. Now look at the beauty of the nature. It looks like lion's mane, and it is white in color, and this is the tonic for the brain and tonic for the stomach. And I've seen so many people who are suffering from, they were taking medicine, of course, like anxiety and depression and dementia and all. They slowly came out of their problem after using it for a couple of years. So it strengthens the brain and fights off depression. And there are not one, there are many cases that I've seen that they have got the benefit after using it. Now I come to the king of the herbs, which is called Ganoderma lucidum. This is the botanical name. The Japanese call it red reishi, Chinese call it linji. The world got introduced to this wonderful herb from the Far East, but they were using it for thousands of years. As per the documents, is more than 3,000 years. This is the king of herbs, which contains, now this is something very important, especially for now. It increased the oxygen supply by 1.5% inside the body. Now, in this pandemic, there are the people who goes into the ventilator is because their oxygen level has gone down below 90%. So this is the mushroom which takes in oxygen, and when you are eating it in the form of powder or capsule, and they mix it with food like for losing the weight, and coffee and tea and hot chocolates, all that the mushroom is put inside. So you just eat or you drink. It cleanses or takes the toxin out. Remember, what is the cause of the problem? Toxin. So it detoxes the body, it builds the body, it regenerates the cells that we have, and it improves the blood circulation. A lot of problems that we have, the sickness is connected to poor blood circulation. So why it is so important, this Ganoderma lucidum? It has got active ingredients. There are 400. And this is not from the pharmaceutical family. It is from the nutraceutical family. When you talk about pharmaceutical, you're talking about medicine. And this is nutrition. This is food. And it has got a healing property. And what makes it king is 400 active ingredients. Whatever the body needs, it has it. And most importantly, you need to understand this is not a medicine, this is food, and it is not specific for any disease or organ. If somebody is sick, that person should take the medicine, should go to the doctor. At the same time, they can take these supplements. And the scientific research, I mean, these are all not just go to the Google, and then Google is like a jungle. I would like you to go to the authentic scientific website, which is called PubMed. This is the Bible for the doctors. The word is publicationmedicine.gov. So the short form is PubMed. You want to write the effect of red reishi or the effect of lion's mane on, say, dementia, or spirulina, which is the protein, how it is being used. You will find not one, hundreds of research paper done by doctors, scientists, and researchers. Now, the question which is coming to your mind is how these products work. Now, I wish I had more time. If you look this photo on the right side, I mean, you must be thinking maybe this is some sort of a design, or this is a carpet or anything. This is a cell. Imagine this is what our body is made up of. Trillions of cells we have in our body, trillions. So these products, they work on the cellular level. And it is not for particular for any disease or organ. It goes in the cause of the problem, whatever the cause of the problem is. Remember, I had a stomach problem, but I had my hypertension and my blood sugar, which is from the family that I got it. They were all borderline. And after using it for 2 years, of course, my stomach problem went away. But the bonus that I got was those borderline hypertension and the blood sugar, they came down. I'm talking about 2005. Fast forward, it is 2020. Alhamdulillah, my all readings are normal. So you look at the tree. This is just an example that I'm giving you. The tree can look very beautiful on the top, but if the roots that you're looking at, it gets infected with some disease. So the farmer is not going to take care of the tree or the upper part of the tree, which is the fruit or the leaves. The farmer is going to go into the roots and going to put some sort of a thing to get the cause out, whatever is trying to decay that tree. So how the Ganoderma works in our body. So the moment you start eating this Ganoderma, it scans the body. Cleanse means it does the detoxification. And remember, there is an imbalance, there's a balancing taking place, there's a regulation and the building and the regeneration. Regeneration takes after a few years. And I've been using it, as I said, from 2003, it's a long time, but now I'm using it for prevention, for protection. Before, along with the medicine, I was using it so that I can come out of my problem of almost 10 years. So you are looking for result. Everybody is looking for result. If I take it in the form of powder or in form of a capsule. So what is the benefit? You look better, you feel better, you have more energy. And this is not one. There are thousands and thousands of people that I have seen, whether it's in Ethiopia or in Peru or in Philippines or Pakistan, India or Dubai. Those who are using it, they have found the benefit of it. Now, this is what I was talking to you about. This is outside my city, Karachi, and there are thousands of kids who get blind after sunset. This is called night blindness. In the world, there are almost 400 to 500 million kids are getting 500,000, not 500,000, 500,000 kids are diagnosed with night blindness, and half of them die. Can you imagine that? So they came to us back in 2012. They're thinking that our products, which is the Reishi and the Spirulina, these are the two only products, the king and the queen, that they will get their eyesight back. We said that we are going to try the product on the kids because this is food. And in 4 months, these are the kids who are completely blind, got their eyesight back. The problem was vitamin A. If you go and write what is the cause of night blindness, all the doctors and the researchers will say VAD, vitamin A deficiency. Just one vitamin's deficiency causes that. So you can well imagine, we have got A to Z, and same as minerals. So if one of those minerals or vitamins is deficient, the problem is there. So today, Alhamdulillah, we have got more than 1,000 children who have got their eyesight back with these supplements. So that is one of my passion, to see more and more kids come out of this night blindness. So who can use these natural supplements and how effectively it can be? Healthy people. I mean, I talk to the healthy people more than the sick people, because they understand the importance of good health. So they are going into prevention. They go for exercise, they go for yoga, they go for trekking, all kinds. So they know exactly what is good health. So healthy people, they don't want to go into sickness. Of course, sick people who come to me, I tell them that you can come out of your sickness, but you have to take it regularly along with your medicine. When you have any issue, you go to the doctor. Ours is a supplement, and it doesn't have any side effect whatsoever. You can take along with them, and then there's no clash between the medicine and these supplements. Who can take it? Right from a baby in the stomach till the person who is maybe 100 years who's sick, not the guy who is under the ground. That guy cannot take it. Rest, anybody and everybody can take it. Healthy person, sick person, young, old. And you saw my grandchildren taking it. 2020 has been the most stressful year in my lifetime, for sure. And I'm sure in your lifetime. And the area where people got into stress is because of this. Mask is there, but mask is not going to boost your immune system. It's not going to give you nutrition. It's not going to increase the oxygenation in the body. So finance is another. So how do you de-stress yourself? Of course, just the look of that's beautiful. I was talking to my friend of mine. I mean, he goes for trekking, and he sent me this picture from Pakistan. This is one of these valleys in Pakistan. And imagine such a beauty. You go there, you just forget about it. I mean, you are in an area with so much of greenery, good water, and air is fully this thing. Of course, with your grandchildren or your children, I mean, this is one of the lakes in Canada. And if you're with your children and grandchildren, so you can see the joy or the happiness in the faces of both the person over here. Yoga and meditation. This is another way to de-stress yourself. Prayers. If you are really deep in your prayers and connected with God, I assure you 100%. When people got into this stress is because they have disconnected from God. So time to take control of your health is now, not tomorrow, not once the pandemic goes, it's right now. So how I can help you? My website is mapyourfreedom.com, where I've been helping people since 2003, as I told you. I've got a YouTube channel called Map Your Freedom. My brand is Map Your Freedom. If you look at the back also, it's Map Your Freedom. And my Facebook, of course, my name, Fatmi Ghani 1. Fatmi Ghani 1. You can put a comment there. You can send me a message in the messenger or anything. But for more information, of course, we have got our co-host, Bola. You can contact her or you can contact me from any of the website, and recording is there. So that is all. I was given the time of 1 hour, and Bola requested it if you can do it earlier for more questions. So it's exactly 50 minutes Bola I've taken. Thank you very much. I'll stop the my screen sharing, and I'm ready to take any questions that you all have. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the presentation. We really enjoy it. Now, please, if you have questions, so far I've not seen, but if we have anybody that wants to say one or two things, please, because I've checked the chat room. I actually didn't see questions there.
If somebody has got a question, they can unmute yourself and you can talk in person also.
Yes, sure.
If you're not kind of chatting, and I see there are 27 participants, including me. So I'm sure this was I can talk and talk for hours because I've been involved with these supplements as a consumer. I'm a product of the product. I mean, I've seen the value of these supplements around the world. There are 10 million people around the world using these products and getting the benefit out of it. So
please unmute yourself if you want to ask a question, or you just want to clarify some things. Please unmute yourself, and we are listening to you.
So I'm looking at people are just saying thank you. That's very nice.
That's what
One question.
Go ahead, sir. Who is this? Can you please?
Naveed.
Okay, go ahead, please. Where are you from? If you can just tell me your name and which city or country you're calling from.
No, Naveed Mirza from Toronto, Canada.
Okay, Toronto. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Okay. No, I just want to know, like you have mentioned, of course, Ganoderma and related supplements like mushroom and morinji. How do you compare them with other things that are available in the market? Like, there are tons of them available in stores and, all over the world.
I believe in natural and organic products. There are some wonderful products outside. There are so many products related to berries and all that. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't have my own personal testimonial. My usage is not there. I definitely respect those products which are organic, which are being sold in organic store. Definitely, they are good. We can keep on talking and we can keep on doing the research, but as long as you don't become a product of the product, you will not be able to talk about it. There are aloe vera products. There are, many fruits which are there. Moringa is one. Then there is acai berry is there. I know a lot of companies which are in Canada and USA. They are selling some of the natural products, but I have the knowledge, my own testimonial and the people's testimonial. That's why I've selected those 5 out of so many. Yeah, I hope I've answered that question.
Yeah, so basically you focus on personal test use, and then you find your own results, and this is where you have found benefits, so you recommend that these are have been good for you.
Yeah.
And
as I said that, I've been doing research. I went to China 3 times, and I didn't go to big cities like Beijing and Shanghai. I went into the rural areas, and I saw how these people were using these products, like Linji or Ganoderma, and the lion's mane and the cordyceps. So it is not something that I'm using it. There are millions of people who are using it, and from thousands of years, like Noni. There is a company from Utah in US, and they just sell Noni juice, and that's it. When I joined my company, DXN, prior to that, I was using their big bottles. They were very good, but it gave me temporary relief, but again, I was getting back to my problem. So this is not something which I'm using it now. People are using it. Imagine the royal families of Middle East are using it. So you can imagine they have got an access to anything and everything in the world. So if the royal families are using it, that means the product is of that quality and safety. And there are 10 million people who are using in our company. 10 million is a fairly big number, and it is increasing every month, every year. All right. I'll give you an example. Before, when I was small, my mom used to give in everything that was being cooked by her, the black seed. And the black seed is something like this is the black seed. It is available, and whether it is any curry, or whether it's rice, or whether it is dessert, or whether it's anything, she used to put. Why? Because the black seed has such power, the natural ingredients inside, that it naturally cures. Same is with honey. Now, anytime, I'm talking about not now, I'm talking about 20 years, 25 years, because I used to train pilots, a lot of talking, and I used to get my sore throat. So how I used to treat is gargle it, and then take a teaspoon of good honey with turmeric. Mix the honey with the turmeric and just have it once or twice. And that was my antibiotic, natural antibiotic. So we need to start accepting these natural products, and till such time we don't use it, we will not be able to talk to other people. So everything starts from you. You cannot talk about other people. Everything, you have to become a product of the product. And then only you will be able to, talk how the product has benefited you or your family. So, Bola,
Okay, yeah, I think Mr. Mohammed Mutaza also has a question.
Sure, go ahead. What is the question?
Is asking how many unofficial active ingredients in Ganoderma by others. So
Okay.
if you can,
Yeah.
that is his question.
When I started using it back in 2003, scientifically proven, documented was about 250. Today, there are more research being done, not only in the Far East, but even in Europe and in US and Canada. There are now 400 active ingredients. There must be more, but as per the PubMed.gov, the one which I've given you the link, there are 400 active ingredients in that Ganoderma.
Yeah.
That's why it is the king of the herbs. The noni has got 200 active ingredients, and others are having 150 or 100. So the king has to be the king. There's only one king, and that's why it has got so many active ingredients. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. I don't know if we have any more questions. That's only the question I have here, and he has answered it. So I don't know if please feel free to ask him or bring up your suggestions. It is open as we have all enjoyed this. So please speak out and let's know your own opinion as well.
And in
Thank
the
you.
internation, if you are part of the internation, you can get in touch with Bola and Naomi with further questions you have. I'll be happy to answer any question.
Sure.
You can get in touch with my Map Your Freedom, go over there, or you can come to my Facebook. It'll be my pleasure to answer any questions that you have. I'm sure I try to make it very simple, and there were more pictures. That video is awesome video. How we spend our 75 years normally, but if you do it in a good way, everybody's gonna die. But why die in a sick bed rather than die walking? That is what that video is about, the journey that you have. I mean, life that we have is a gift, and this gift we should take care. And
Okay, sir. Yes.
That's all. Thank you so much.
Yeah. There's one more question from Mr. Anwali. Sorry for this, but the question says, what is the difference between the cheaper noni manufactured by other companies than DXN?
That's a very good question. As I said, I have been to China a couple of times, and they grow the Ganoderma there too. By the way, maximum cultivation and production of Ganoderma is done in the world in China. And other places are less. Where our Ganoderma is grown is in Malaysia. The Ganoderma produced in our farm, they are organic. Now that is very important. How you are cultivating, the process that it is going through. Now, after, because I've been to the farm many times, almost every year I go, except for this year, I couldn't go. And we have a very stringent Q&A. We have people who are checking in every step. And once it is ready to go, then we have the ISO, the 9,000 and 14,000 and 17,000, all that. Then it goes to different countries. Australia, we have got a certification called TGA, Therapeutic Goods Administration. By WHO, there is a certification called GMP, Goods Manufacturing Practice. And the toughest country to get the product approved by the food authority. It's not the medicine, the food authority was Canada. In Canada, we have got a agency called a CFIA, Canada Food Inspection Agency. They took almost 3.5, 4 years to get the product approved. Whereas in US, it was less than 1 year. In this part of the world, it was the same time, 1 year, all the products were approved. So, Mr. Anwar, to your question, I cannot talk again about some other company, but I can talk about DXN for sure. The quality and the safety of the product is there right from the time that I have started using it, and the quality has not gone down, and that is the reason why. Once again, I repeat, if the royal families are taking it, they can take any guarantee. So this is something, my own testimonial, and I've been involved with a lot of countries, even Europe.
Zoom पे बड़ा मस्त आवाज आती है यार.
Okay.
Zoom पे जो मीटिंग वगैरह होता है, इंटरव्यू वगैरह ना, बहुत जबरदस्त होता है.
Bola, can you just mute everyone, please? There's somebody talking.
Yeah, I've done that. Sorry.
All right. I hope, Mr. Anwar, I have answered your question.
Yeah.
So we are past the hour
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Stay safe and stay healthy. And that's my prayers for you all. And I would suggest that all those who have listened to me for the first time, listening to these products for the first time, get in touch with Bola or myself, and I'll be happy to guide you as to how to use the product, when to use the product, how much to use the product, all that. Okay. Thank you. God bless you all. Good night.